This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Fine. If you're a superhero, what were you in prison for?
Integrity. I made a vow to have peace, no matter how many people I have to kill to get it.
You know, it's funny.
What?
You're a wiener!
I'm about to bang your ass, and you're asking me for help?
Bang my ass?
Yeah, bang your ass!
Okay. You mean, okay. I've never heard it said that way.
What, bang?
You mean beat me up?
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
And I'm Tayler. I'm back.
Yeah, how are you doing this week?
Good.
Yeah.
A lot better than last week, dude.
What was last week when you were
I am
vaginitis?
No, I'm actually I am 90% sure it was COVID again.
Oh yeah.
Just because of just kind of a lingering cough. Nothing. Not a terrible cough, but the body aches.
And that was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like Monday, Tuesday was like body ache central, man. It was rough. And Deanne said, "You better be staying home from work on," I think it was Tuesday. She's like, "We got this trip coming up, and I'm not canceling it for no one."
Oh yeah,
said,
you
no
went
problem.
to Fargo this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah,
What
we
was
did.
that for? A concert?
So yeah, Thursday night was a concert.
Okay.
We had gone to the Fargo Brewing Hall. Cole, with one exception, and so nobody's feelings get hurt, why do all local brewing companies suck for the most part? I mean, they're
Like in what way?
I just don't like their beer, you know? And I tried
Down at
3 of them. I tried
in
3
South
of them.
Dakota, there's a place in Leeds, South Dakota called Dakota Shivers, and not only did I like their beer, but I liked their setup. Like when you walk into it, it's like it was an old house.
Whoa.
And they brew their beer in the basement, and then the upstairs is like kind of a bar where you can sample their beer. So not only is the beer taste good, but there's a nice setup to try the beer.
Now, I would say, you know, the Fargo Brewing Company has a fine... They've expanded since I've been there. So it used to be just kind of the small area, but they opened up almost the back half of the building for for a new venue. So that's where we saw the concert. And inside this area is where they sell their beer and stuff. And they sell their beer in the venue as well. But it's just their beer, and that's fine. I don't care. The problem I have is when I get fucking shit for liking what I like.
Okay.
I like a light, crisp, refreshing beer. That's what I like.
Okay.
You know, and when I get these fucking smug attitudes, like I tell the lady, I had their Oktoberfest.
Okay.
And it was whatever. It was fine. It wasn't really my cup of tea.
You know,
And she says,
I used to really like the Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Ooh.
And the more I drink of it, the less I like it. And I think Summit is the one that I kind of switched over to.
have you tried Leinenkugel's?
No.
I've got some of that. You got to try it.
Okay.
But so anyway, I just hate the fucking smugness of these places because I told them what I like. I said I like a light, refreshing, crisp beer. I said my go-tos are usually, you know, on the light side. I like the Busch Light, Coors Light, those types of things. And she kind of rolled her fucking eyes at me.
Okay.
She's like, "Well, I guess we have this one." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll try it." Like, fuck you. I'm buying your beer. Like, why would you give me fucking attitude for that?
All right. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I kind of do think that that's one of those things that a brewery should, especially an American brewery, should expect, is that a lot of people are going to want
Why not
kind
make
of one of those lagers,
Yeah.
or even like a Pilsner. one of those lighter styles of beer.
I'll say this about not a big fan of it, but the brewing company Stonehome. They have they call it the bowling alley beer.
Okay,
that's what's called.
So it's like would definitely be a lighter style beer.
Right, and it's definitely along the lines of like a Miller or something like that. But yeah, keep going.
All right. Well, Taylor's getting up to do some shit, but he can still hear me. So you went to Fargo for what? Was it a concert? You said?
Yes, it was.
It was
the lead singer of Against Me.
The lead singer of Against Me.
Yeah, and she just did an acoustic show all by herself, and it was fucking awesome.
Cool. I'm not a huge fan of that band. You've played them for me a few times, but I know that you really enjoy it, so that's good. I'm glad you got to go see it.
Yeah, and I've seen her now twice, acoustic, just acoustic.
All right.
So she was really just it was phenomenal. It was a great show, and it was kind of cool too. There's this band from Fargo called Pass the Flask.
Okay.
And they were doing they got, since it was just them opening for an acoustic act, they got to play a 45-minute set versus something a little smaller. So that was pretty cool to see all that. But while we were there, we hit some of our favorite local restaurants. Tried a couple of new ones.
All right.
And had a good time.
That's good.
Yeah. We went to one of my favorite stores, Cole. You'll like this one. Duluth Trading Company.
Okay.
Okay, so we go to Duluth Trading Company because I love their aesthetic, I love their clothes, all that jazz. So I picked this hat up off the rack.
All right.
Because I like the style. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's almost like that Carhartt material. I'm like, this is pretty cool. I like that. So what do I do right away? I pick this hat up, and you know how big my head is, Cole. So I pick this up.
You think way too highly of yourself.
I didn't think that was a good thing. Oh, shit, now I fucked it up. Well, anyway, so I put this thing on the very last setting, because that's how hats always fit me.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about Mammoth Headwear and, like, how they cater to the big-headed guy? Well, anyway, I put this hat on the very last setting, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing is fucking huge!
Yeah.
I was so excited to find an extra large hat that's adjustable. I thought that was so fucking cool. So that got me pretty excited for the weekend, man.
I like it better than that stupid Trilby you bought that one time.
Trilby? Oh, I bought one of those too this weekend.
God, those things are fucking ugly.
It's not a Trilby, Cole. Trilbys have a curved brim.
Okay, whatever. If I called it a fedora, you'd correct me on that too.
I would. I think it's a pork pie is what it technically is called.
Yeah, well, it's ugly.
Well, too bad for you, Cole.
I went camping with Elijah and Nancy this weekend.
Yes, how was it?
We saw a shitload of does, no bucks.
Kill those fucking deer, man.
I was just because that disease rolled through the state last year and
killed
all the whitetails.
Why didn't it kill the deer, Cole, that I crashed into this summer? That's
my
question.
It knew that you were on the job.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I hadn't really seen any deer this year until I went out there. Then last night I'm over at Adams. We had a couple of garage beers.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, 3 fucking deer just walk up the street.
Huh? Yeah.
Like
Highland Acres,
we're
man.
in the middle of fucking town and there's deer out here.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And I guess Elijah had a deer in his yard, which is even more insane.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Way more in the middle of town. And so we're camping. Elijah gets an alert on his phone. Somebody was in his yard. His Ring doorbell caught him.
Yeah.
They were putting up a politician's sign in his yard. He's like, I know it's probably not the politician's fault. It's just some drunk guy, but I'm fucking pissed at that politician.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
what
definitely not gonna fucking vote for him.
God damn it! I was because he texted me at like 3 a.m, and he's like, when you get this, call me in the morning right away. I need you to swing by my house. I'm like, I'm out of town. I can't just go over to your house. I'm sorry, man, but
yeah.
So yeah, there was the ValleyCon was in Fargo that weekend as well.
Okay.
Which is their version of Comic Con, I guess.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Was it cool or not?
I really did not like how they set it up.
Yeah.
Because it was at the Fargo Holiday Inn.
Okay.
And they set it up like not in any of their main halls.
Sure.
What they did is they just did all the vendors in the hallway.
Oh, fucking stupid.
Well, not all the vendors, but a lot of the vendors were in the hallway.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of cramped and congested. There was a few of the meeting rooms that were open with vendors, and I was snapping pictures of all these Marvel figures to see if Elijah wanted me to pick any up, because they seemed like they were going. They were loose figures, and they seemed like they were selling for pretty good. But
Yeah.
I guess he was more concerned about that politician. But
Yeah.
but
Yes.
then,
Yeah, it was an odd weekend for sure. We got out there pretty late on Friday, so it was already dark. We're setting up our tents in the dark and stuff.
were there any other campers or anything?
There was people next to us, and I'm sure Elijah will blame me and Nancy for this, but they left the next day. They had the site reserved for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but they just left Saturday morning because me and Nancy were being pretty fucking loud, but especially Nancy. Oh, like I know I was being loud.
Yeah.
But she was being
extremely
obnoxiously loud.
Hey.
I don't think I've ever seen a grown woman get shushed so many times as Elijah shushed her.
Oh my God, killing it, just having the best time, man.
Yeah, and Saturday was Elijah and I walked out and looked at the sky on the first night, Friday night, and all right, I had to take a phone call from my mom.
You said it was insane. The sky.
Yeah, the sky was insane. Like where we were at Fort Ransom, we're in the primitive area. There's absolutely no electricity there, so the sky was just lit up.
Nice.
And like it was completely clear, no cloud. We're seeing like just these gaseous clouds of stars in the sky.
Awesome.
And like
so awesome.
Everything was just popping. Me and Elijah went out to take a piss on the fucking road, and we wound up staring at the fucking sky for like an hour and a half. It was nuts. And then the next night it wasn't so good because it was pretty cloudy and shit.
Oh damn! I was hoping you had got probed by the aliens, dude.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk came down in his Tesla and just probed your ass. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, fuck Elon Musk. I don't know. It was a really good time.
Yeah.
Except for the last day when I locked my keys in the car like a dumb shit.
Oh no!
And the locksmith in Valley City doesn't do work on Sundays or Mondays. And
oh no!
So I like asked the park ranger, like, what the hell am I gonna do? The park ranger's like, call the sheriff.
Oh.
And they sent a deputy out. The deputy unlocked it, and he was really cool, and he wasn't acting like a cop or anything. He wasn't being a dick. He was just a really nice guy.
Cool.
And
hey, small town sheriffs, they're dumb, but they're nice.
I don't think this guy was dumb. I think he was smart as shit because he showed up. He's like, yeah, I got to take care of some other shit, and then I'll be there. And then he showed up, and then he get a call from the main office, and he's like 10 seconds away from unlocking my car. And he tells them, yeah, it's going to take me 15 more minutes. So he unlocks my car in like 10 seconds and just sits around for fucking 15 minutes. So he's a smart dude. He knows how to fucking
work it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool, man. And that's cool that he came out and helped out with that. Like, I'm not going to call a fucking locksmith ever again. I'm just going to call the deputy sheriff.
See, I didn't think you could do that because when I was a kid, when I was 19, I locked my keys in the car. Mm-hmm. And this was like 21 years ago. And there was a police officer in the parking lot. And I asked if he could give me a hand. And he's like, no, we can't do that.
He was being a real cop about it.
He was being a real dick. And he told me, like, yeah, I can't do that because you'll sue me if I break anything in your car. And this dude, this sheriff, he just handed me a card that says, if I accidentally break your car, you can't sue me. So that was cool.
Did he have the tools to do it?
Yeah.
So like that little air thing that props it open?
He had a couple of them.
Nice, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Deputy Gonzalez. That dude was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that sounds cool, man. That's great. No charge or anything?
No, he didn't charge me. My mom's like, well, did you tip him? I was like, you can't tip cops. And she's like, why?
It's a bribe.
I was like, it's illegal. It's considered a bribe. You can't do that. And she's like, no, you definitely should have done something for him. I was like, Mom, they can't even, like, they're not even supposed to take discounts from, like, restaurants and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, like, a lot of restaurants have like a police discount, like a
first
10%
responder type
off.
thing. Yeah.
But they're not supposed to take it.
Huh.
So.
Well, goddamn. Well, that's cool. Did Elijah and Nancy stick around with you, or did they like see you?
They did.
Oh,
they
nice.
They didn't just bust out there, which was awesome because I also locked my phone in the car and I had to use Elijah's phone to call the police.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Was it like a next morning type of thing, where you're like you went to bed nice, things were cool, you woke up next morning?
I didn't use my car. Once we got there, I didn't use my car at all, right?
Oh, okay, sure.
Except for that morning. I was like, well, I really need to take a shower before I start driving back.
Yeah.
So I went and took a shower, got back, tossed my keys and my phone in my passenger seat, locked the fucking door, and like 10 minutes later realized what I did. I was like, God damn it, I hate myself right now.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, too bad you didn't have the app on your phone, Cole. But then I realized, well, if you locked your phone in the car, there's nothing you can really do about that anyway. Damn. Yeah. So we went to this con or whatever, and there was a burlesque show. I got a present for you, by the way, for you and Adam.
Jesus.
For you and Adam. Anyway, we go to this burlesque show, and hey, this is all Deanne's idea. Anytime she wants to take me to watch like kind of a striptease type of thing, Cole,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Why not, right?
Okay.
So it was the first half of it was definitely more stripper. You know, it was it definitely had that vibe to it.
Okay.
But as the show went on, it became more burlesque and more kind of tongue in cheek, no pun intended. But yeah,
gross.
so it got kind of a little bit better. And then there was this guy named Muscle Crowe. He was this guy. His first one was dressed like he was dressed like The Witcher.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that movie or that TV show
No.
on Netflix or the game, whatever.
Is that one got Henry Cavill in it?
Yeah. He's got that long white hair.
I've seen pictures of it.
So this guy is just cosplaying basically, and it's like this guy seriously looks like he's probably in his 50s, you know. And I was the whole time I'm just like, oh shit, he was
So you
super.
were watching Dude Strip?
Well, there was one guy, yeah.
Okay.
There was one guy.
There was one guy I was watching real closely.
But he was he was really bad. He was really bad at it. And I kind of felt sorry for him at first, okay? Because he was like hopping around stage with one leg trying to take his clothes off and shit. It's like, oh my God, this is not graceful at all. But as the night went on, they all the performers did 2 routines, and then it was his turn, and he came out as Peacemaker.
Okay.
And he did the whole fucking dance from
Nice.
the with some striptease as well, but it was fucking awesome. I marked out pretty hard. I'm like, fuck yes, he did it, and it was really cool. And then so then after we were done, and we got pretty liquored up. Deanna and I did big mistake. I just don't like liquor anymore, but here I was just drinking the fuck out of it, and we went to the bar at the Holiday Inn.
All right.
And we're sitting down, and Deanna and I are chatting, and then this guy comes in, and Deanna says, I have a radar for this. I don't know what that means exactly, but this guy sits down. His name was Will. Super fucking chill dude, man. Sits down. I'm like, Will, are you Native American? And Will's like, yeah. So we were chatting about that. I'm like, oh, fucking cool, man. So we were chatting, having a great time. I told Deanna I got to go take a leak. We were sitting there at the bar for about 45 minutes to an hour. I go to take a leak, and I come across these other buddies of mine. So I went sat down, and we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons, all sorts of shit, and whatever. And by the time I get back, okay, I'm like, oh shit, I better get back to my wife. I come back in, and Will had left, and Deanne's at the bar with this Jason Birch looking motherfucker.
Oh Jesus!
He was wearing like what the fuck was it? It was like, I don't know what he was supposed to be, but he looked like Caesar.
Okay.
Not
like
Caesar.
a toga sort of thing?
Yeah. And he was talking to Deanne about he wanted to give her a foot massage and all this shit. I'm like, oh my God, Deanne, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I ditched you for the foot guy. But things had to happen.
Okay, so Dan takes you to see male strippers, and then she's chatting up dudes that want to give her a foot massage.
I guess.
Yep.
I guess. But then he handed her all this literature and like petitions to sign about how, like, hey man, people should be able to be barefoot if they want. Kind of shit,
dude.
I knew you were gonna say something.
Fuck that guy.
I'm like, no. There's definitely got to be some. That's the boundary I'm gonna draw. I mean, you got to wear shoes, man.
So you told me to do a review of the thing I bought.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious because the pictures made it look way different online.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
So it does look different. That's because the attachments are in the other bag.
Oh, gotcha.
So there's like these little things here that go along the side. Those attachments are in that bag over there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and then they're in with the straps. That it's a mask that I got. I'm going to paint it and use it for a Halloween costume. It's what kind of mask is it? For paintball.
Paintball or airsoft gun?
Yeah, but I'm not using it for paintball or airsoft. I'm using it for Halloween. And no, I actually, if that part was on the mask, I was going to saw it off anyway.
Oh, cool.
I didn't want that part. I assumed that it was detachable, though, because I looked at different things about this product, and it showed me that it was detachable.
Well, there you go. Cool. I'm glad it's going to work for you, man.
Yeah. So when I get home tonight, I'm going to tape the lenses, unless I believe I can take the lenses out.
What color is it going to be, or is that going to give it away?
It's going to be like a chrome sort of thing.
So I was thinking. So don't tell me who it is, but
I could definitely use this to make a Predator costume, but I'm not doing a Predator costume. But I definitely could with this.
Are you going to be a xenomorph again?
No. I was a xenomorph. He asked me that because last year I was a xenomorph.
Yeah, you were. It was awesome.
It was a fun costume, and I actually saved it so that I can use it another time, but not this year. I don't want to be the same thing twice in a row. All the people who showed up last year, they'll just think, look at that lazy fuck. He just recycled his shit.
Is that what people think?
Yeah, probably.
I would never have thought it. If you want to be a xenomorph, I'd have been cool with it. But maybe this time, as long as you painted everything white, you were just a white xenomorph this time around, then I'd be like...
Why, are you racist?
No! There were like the white ones in that...
I didn't know there was white xenomorphs.
Yeah, I think they're from... I think they're on that movie, The Predator... what the fuck was it called? Not Prey.
Alien versus
Prometheus.
Predator? Oh, Prometheus? Fuck that. I didn't even see that shit.
Oh, it was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah,
anyway.
I watched Alien.
The new one?
I watched Aliens.
That's the only one I've seen.
And yeah. Yeah, and I seen Aliens versus Predator, and that shit sucked.
The new one.
Both of the Alien versus Predator
There's two
movies.
of them?
Yeah, there's AVP, and then there was another one, and I can't even remember what that one was called. But that one sucked too.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. All I know is there was one with Arnold.
I can't even remember the second one. There was one where it was in like Alaska.
Antarctica.
Yeah. And then there was a different one, and I can't remember where that one took place.
I mean, you would think like two awesome things slammed together into one movie would be awesome.
They should really, you know what DC should do? They should pay Dark Horse Comics, because that's what they've done in the past, is DC used to pay Dark Horse Comics to license their characters so that Batman could fight the aliens or Batman could fight the Predator, right? Because they're cool with the Predator dying and they're cool with the aliens losing and shit, right?
Yeah.
But Warner Brothers should pay whatever company has the rights to aliens to let aliens into the DC universe so that a superhero can fuck them up, and then they could make a cool superhero movie. But they can't do it because they fucking suck balls.
Well, aren't they the same company?
What?
Dark Horse and DC?
No. Dark Horse is a completely separate company.
Which one am I thinking of? Vertigo.
Vertigo, yeah.
Okay, that's under the umbrella.
Yeah, that's under their umbrella.
Speaking of umbrellas, how was the Umbrella Academy?
Okay, Taylor bought me. Well, I
you
paid him
bought.
for it. I paid him for it, but Taylor ordered me the Umbrella Academy comic book, and I would say the first two graphic novels, the first two are both 6 issues each.
Okay.
And each issue is 22 pages, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas the first 2 seasons are like 10 episodes, 45 minutes, right? So I don't understand how they made a television show out of this shit. Like, this was a very, very short comic book, and there was not much detail. And the people who worked on the television show had to have worked much harder to make the television show than that. What's the guy, Gerard Way?
Gerard Way, yeah.
Worked to write this comic book.
So
He did not put a lot of explanation into what was going on, and it was confusing. I've read comic books since I was I'm 40 years old. I've been reading comics since I've been fucking like 9, and I was having a hard time understanding where the next panel was at certain points. Like,
okay,
which has never been a problem for me, but it was.
But it wasn't just
okay. The third graphic novel was quite a bit better than the first 2. But
Like-
the first 2, I can't believe they won awards. Like, they were not great.
Okay.
But so I would actually say that in this case, the show was better than the book.
Wow. Okay.
And that is not ever the case. Like,
Never.
Preacher, the TV show was not nearly as good
Great, but
as
not
the comic
good.
book.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that the Walking Dead TV show is any better than the comic book, because that shit just will not fucking end.
Is it still going?
Yeah, there's like spin-offs and shit too.
Dear God.
There's like
almighty.
2 fucking spin-offs.
Jeez.
What else? What was the other? The Boys. Like, when I watched that
sure.
show,
Yeah.
I enjoy. I'd only seen the 1 season, but I enjoyed the comic book quite a bit better. But in this case, the Umbrella Academy TV show is better than the comic book.
Wow.
I was kind of disappointed. I was like, "Fuck! I paid money for this."
Just resell it.
I mean, I borrowed it to Elijah, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And then I told him to give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll check it out. I'm a fan of Gerard Way's music.
I don't have any problem with this music at all.
Yeah, I like My Chemical Romance, but
yeah, the book was
too bad.
there was and that was the other thing too about the TV show, is like they did much better keeping secrets. Like, have you watched the show?
No, I have not.
Okay, I don't want to give away anything.
That's Netflix, right?
Netflix, yeah. But there's something about the dad. He has this kind of secret, like dark secret. Well, it's not a dark secret, but it's like, it makes him very dangerous.
Okay.
And in the show, they don't they don't really show it until the second season. They allude to it in the first season, but they don't show it in the second season. And in the book, they tell you about this secret in the first 4 pages. And so I there was a lot of things that I think that the show did better.
Okay.
Yeah, there are, the third book gets good. Like after the first 44 issues, the third book, it starts getting pretty good. But
And then, does it feel like it became more fleshed out? Did it feel like he was starting to figure out what the fuck he was
not
doing?
really.
No, okay.
They're just introducing random fucking characters out of nowhere, and like there's no explanation behind it at all and shit. And like there's these 2 characters in both the book and in the in the show.
Okay.
That like wear these masks, and they wear these tuxedos, like these big giant masks. One's like a dog and the other's like a bunny.
Okay.
And in the book, all you know about them is that they're fucking insane, right? And they're completely insane and they like to kill, and that's it, right? But they're not that interesting of characters. They're kind of funny characters, but they're not that interesting. In the show, there's like almost I would say there's 8 episodes that these guys are in, and they're really not just insane killers. They have like these deep backstories and stuff, right? And I don't think that he did a great job of fleshing out anything. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sorry if it's a shitty opinion.
I'm sorry that it wasn't what you were hoping for. But it's 4 books, or was it 3?
It was 3 books, and
geez.
and I'm happy I read them, but I don't think if he puts out another volume, I don't think I would buy it.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't know that I would pay money for it.
Wait for the movie, or wait for the TV show.
Yeah. So
on Netflix, I watched that new Dahmer series.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, like it was bad.
It
or
was
just he's just a fucking creepy dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
definitely is, and I don't know. It was so all over the place. Like the first episode you're watching, and I thought it would be somewhat chronological, but no. Here it jumps right into his last kill and how this guy escapes and shit. It's like okay. And then I don't know, it just jumped all over the place. And then all of a sudden we're in his past, and all of a sudden we're 4 years down the road, and then all of a sudden he's with this one guy that this deaf guy that he ends up killing, but it shows that he lets him go. And then the very next scene, it's the family searching for this guy, and it's like, what the fuck is even going on here?
Huh.
So they took a lot of liberties, I guess, with it. I mean, the kid that Evans,
okay, yeah, I don't know
whatever his name is, fucking great job. Like, he did such an awesome job playing. Got his voice down, got his cadence down. Just how Jeffrey was, like, he was really, really good. But yeah, the show itself really, I don't know, didn't do it for me.
Netflix really pissed off the gay community with that.
For what?
Because they put it under an LGBTQ friendly movie. They were saying basically they made it seem like when they put it on that Jeffrey Dahmer was LGBTQ and like he was representative of the community.
Sure, I see what they're saying, but listen, this is gonna get me canceled here. But you know how fucking reactive these fucking communities can be without even watching the show and understanding where they're coming from. Abso-fucking-lutely, it is. It had nothing. Jeffrey Dahmer, for the most part of the show, Jeffrey Dahmer took a lot of the back seat. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it was talking about how fuck that. That pisses me off so bad, Cole. Because seriously, they were telling the story saying, look, back in the 80s, nobody gave a fuck about the gay and black communities. And if you were both of those things, you were fucked. You know? And that's what they were trying to say. That pisses me off when I hear shit like that. God damn. Now you got me fired up, Cole. That's okay. But no, I mean, seriously, I would consider that definitely to be, not because Jeffrey Dahmer is a pillar of that community, but because of what those people had to endure back then. All right. You know. But anyway, you whipped out a piece of paper, Cole.
It's just shit I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
The restaurant that I wanted to go to in Fort Ransom closed, so that sucks. So we ate at the bar across the street, Thor's Bar.
And how was that?
It's a bar with a Viking that stands on top of it.
That sounds awesome.
Thor is standing on top of the bar.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good, but I was kind of pissed because I was like, I would like the onion rings and the egg rolls. Uh-huh. And then she goes, we're out of egg rolls. I'm like, God damn it. I was like, okay, I would like the onion rings and I can't remember, some other appetizer.
Yeah.
And she's like, we're out of that appetizer too.
Damn.
I was like, okay, scratch the onion rings, and that I would like the walleye. She's like, we're out of walleye. I was like, I would like the onion rings and the mini tacos and the potato salad.
Oh my God.
And she's like, we're out of potato salad. I was like, at one point I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, like, it would be fucking easier if you would just tell me what you have. Like, just tell me what you do have, because the list seems a lot shorter than what you don't have. But it was good. I enjoyed my onion rings and my mini tacos. I'm glad I got them, but I won't get them again.
Cool.
But I'm pissed that I didn't get no fucking potato salad.
So, where did we go in Fargo? We hit our first night. We hit Blackbird Pizza. It's like one of our favorite stops there.
I've stopped there and never been able to eat there because every time I go there, I never plan on being in Fargo. It's like I just stop there on the way to Minneapolis, and then I'm like, oh, I'm fucking tired, so I'm just going to get a hotel here. Then I go down to eat somewhere, and I've stopped at Blackbird Pizza twice, and it's been packed, and I'm not able to eat there.
You got to get down there, man. It's good. So we did that one night. We then, and that was great. It came with this plum jam.
Okay.
A charcuterie board. Deanne ordered. It came with this plum jam that was fucking out of this world, man.
Have you tried my plum jelly?
No, I have to.
Yeah.
How did it turn out? Good?
The first batch turned out like garbage, but everyone says they like it. But I don't know.
Well, now I'm curious. I'll be the judge of that.
I wasn't happy with it. The second batch turned out, and it looks like it's supposed to.
Nice.
And I'm happy with that.
Nice.
But what happened was on the first batch, I misread the directions.
Yeah.
And I did one step before the other step. I was supposed to add this shit in and then boil the jelly.
Oh, okay.
But I started boiling the jelly and then I added the shit, and that's where I fucked up.
Gotcha.
So the second batch was pretty good.
So we went then we went the next morning. We went to this place called Diener's Diner in West Fargo, and we walk in there, and let me tell you, I'm digging this vibe. You know, I'm digging it's definitely a dive. You know, it's definitely kind of a small town vibe. Like the shit that they have on the walls is just stupid tchotchkes and stuff. And
the fuck is a tchotchke?
Like, I don't know, like some bullshit that you put on a shelf.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like a little. I don't know. Deanne's got them all over the place. But anyway, so we ate there, and I had their version of Eggs Benedict.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Eggs Benedict. Why?
Hollandaise sauce?
I'm not a huge fan. I mean, it's fine.
You don't like it?
No.
I'm not the biggest fan neither, but I don't. But I do enjoy Eggs Benedict.
I do too. But they had their own version, which was 2 English muffins, their sausage patties, poached egg with gravy.
Okay.
It's like, fuck yeah, called it Arnold's Benedict or something. It was fucking good.
Arnold's Benedict.
I think that's what it was called. But yeah, that was fucking great. And so that was that. And then
that was called the Penis Diner.
Diener's Diner.
Oh, okay.
Diener's Diner. And then so for that night, we went to this restaurant. Deanne, it was so funny. I was getting frustrated with her because she was saying, yeah, we should go to this place that my coworker was talking about. It's something with a Z. It's like something. It's like a family fun place, and it starts with a Z. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. And I look, and I'm like, are you talking about Kingpins? She's like, yeah. I'm like, nah, what? That doesn't start with a Z. So anyway, we went to Kingpins, which is that new Top Golf type of place that they built there in Fargo.
Okay.
You know what Top Golf is?
No.
It's this giant net. Okay, it's basically this huge driving range. And
I got activity planned for us for next weekend, but keep talking.
Okay, so they've got this thing that it's like the super tall net, and you just thwack golf balls into these targets that are on the ground.
Okay.
And then your golf ball has a chip inside of it, and it knows when your golf ball goes in or hits something close. Anyway, pretty cool. We did not do that, though, but we did eat at the restaurant there called Barron's.
Barron's.
And
Okay.
it's owned by the same people that are opening up that tavern place here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a
but-
new restaurant up by that new car wash called.
Is that the one that all the people from the fucking what's that Johnny Carino's? All the entire staff quit, and then they're going to a different restaurant.
That could be it. Yeah.
Okay.
If the food is anything like it was at this Barron's place, good for those Carino people because the food was very, very good. So that was my food review there. It's
cool.
Awesome. But then I got another food review, and I think you'll like this one, Cole.
All right.
Sonic's Drive-In.
I've never been to
I'm
Sonic.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is it good?
No, it sucks.
Is it? Does it?
I hate Sonic's Drive-In.
What's worse, that or Wendy's?
Could I opt in for fasting?
You'd rather just not eat than
I would rather not eat.
Okay.
I mean, well, maybe because okay.
What's worse, Sonic or Burger King?
I think I would rather have Burger King.
Okay. Burger King
Just
or
because
Burger King or Hardee's?
Oh, Hardee's.
Oh, good, because if you'd said Burger King, I would have fucking murdered you.
No, okay. I was going to say this though about Wendy's. Now that I think back, Wendy's does have a baked potato. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't say baked potato. I should say a microwaved starch. That's just fine.
Okay.
But no, the one that I wanted to talk about was this place. So we were walking downtown Fargo on Saturday, and they had this big market going on. Like, just, it's almost like a street fair, but they closed down this one road in Fargo, and they have all this shit.
I've seen it before.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a farmer's market and a bunch of vendors and shit.
Yeah.
And this lady was on stilts.
All right. Oh, did she fall? Please tell me she fell. I could watch ladies on stilts falling all the time.
We thought she did because it was windy that day. Here we heard this crash. And we turn around. It was this trash bag, this trash thing that fell over. But anyway, I walk up to her and I'm like, "You were performing last night at the burlesque show." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm Rosy Cheeks." That was her
Rosy
stage.
Cheeks. That's funny.
Yeah, she was good looking too, Cole. Let me tell you. So I'm like, I saw your ass and most of your boobs last night. So I said to her right in front of these kids.
Okay.
It's a family event. But anyway, we go to this restaurant called 40-something North, I think is what it was. 46 North?
Sure.
I don't know. It was like, what do they say? Food and provisions. No, wait. Porters and provisions, I think is what they call it. There's their tagline. Anyway, that's what I thought the place was called. So I walk in there, and I feel like an idiot because that's what I called it. She said, no, that's not what we're called. But anyway, I ordered a mushroom Swiss burger. Deanne ordered grilled cheese and tomato soup. And we ordered Gouda stuffed prosciutto wrapped fried pickles.
Okay.
I'm like, that sounds really good, right?
Well,
So we sit down, and we're waiting, and the wait. I mean, they weren't super busy, but the waitress was very apologetic, and she said, "Hey, I'm sorry your food's taking so long. Just let you know, it's coming out. Don't worry." We're like, "Cool." Well, our food comes out, and I flagged down the one guy that ran the food. I'm like, "Hey, man, we were supposed to get our prosciutto wrap, blah 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 blah." He's like, "Oh no, it didn't go in." I said, "I guess not." So they went back, and they're like, "I need a whatever it is on the fly."
okay.
And I felt awesome because I felt important.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But this is what's cool. So I'm looking at the menu, and they have this bison burger,
Sure.
okay, served with tomato jam.
All right.
Have you had this?
I haven't, but it sounds awesome.
Okay,
It
so-
sounds like better than ketchup.
So I asked her that. I said, "What is tomato jam?" She's like, "It's different. It's." I said, "Is it like ketchup?" And she's like, "Now that you mention it, that's exactly what it is."
Oh, fuck.
Well, kind of. I said, "Okay." Like, I don't really want the bison burger. And she's like, "Well, I can bring you a side of it." I said, "Yeah, let's do that." So she brings out the side of the tomato jam.
Sure.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It is not like ketchup at all.
Really?
Way sweeter, but not as sweet as regular jam.
All right.
It's like, it was good, man. And I'm thinking to myself, I wish that I would have gotten the bison burger just to have that tomato jam on the burger, because that was fucking great.
I'd never have
So
a
good.
reason to go to Fargo Like,
Damn, Cole, there's so much cool stuff in Fargo.
I don't ever have a reason to go to Fargo, but I want to go to Fargo with you.
Yeah.
Because you always have good experiences there. And when I go there, I always just have this experience where, like, okay, I left town and I had an okay time, but I'm just as excited to get home as I was to get here.
That's true. I could see that. But
So I don't have a reason, like you like going to concerts.
Sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
They don't have a sporting sort of thing.
I mean, if you wanted to, I think an NDSU game, because I haven't done
I
it.
don't want to watch football.
I get that.
Like, I would rather go to Grand Forks and watch the hockey games, you know.
Maybe that's how we do it. We do a 3-day thing, like leave, hit Fargo, stay overnight.
Well, if we're gonna do that, you always kind of get the short end of the stick on the trips. Like, we always kind of do the shit that I want to do, and we do a lot of the shit that Elijah wants to do. But I always kind of feel like we don't really fucking do. Like, we're planning that trip to Las Vegas, but we're going to see my hockey team, not your hockey team. And I feel like a dick about it. And at the same time, I'm like, well, like, I'll definitely let Tayler pick whatever show we go see. Like, if we go see a show, like, at a hotel, like, I don't care. You know, I don't like concerts. I'll go to a fucking concert. I'll go.
Here's my deal.
I'll go watch fucking
You know what?
the Blue Man Group or whatever bullshit. I'll watch fucking Magic, whatever you want to fucking do. That's because I'm like, fuck it. We're going to see my hockey team, not his. We're missing his hockey team by like a day. Like, you should pick out the fucking show.
I never feel that way. I'll be honest with you, because a lot of the times that's what it feels like with Deanna and I too, where it's a lot of the times that we're going. But it's both bands that we like, you know, or it's things that we enjoy. Like when we went to Vegas.
The point that I was trying to make though is, if we do that, fine. Let's stop in Fargo, go to the fucking football game, and then go to Grand Forks and go to a hockey game up there.
Oh, sure.
That way you can see your fucking sport that you want to see.
I mean, it's my sport, but it's a team they don't give a shit about. And fucking, I don't like the Bison. Let me just do a hot take here. I think the Bison are too good for their division, and they need to move the fuck up.
That's not a hot take. I've heard other people say that
just
before.
Pisses me off because they just fucking beat the shit. But it's funny because I was talking to our Uber driver.
Why are they good? Are they paying the players under the table, or what are they doing?
No. I think what it is. I was listening to Colin Cowherd, and he was talking about how the NFL is so much different than hockey, baseball, college sports because of the salary caps. Okay, and how the salary caps work, and like it'll be 6-7 generations before you have a star quarterback, is kind of how he was saying. He's like, if you look at the MLB, okay, people want, or because they have buco bucks, they'll just fucking buy the team. You know, that's why the Yankees were so good for all those years. They just bought their way into the playoffs all the time.
Sure.
They just pay people enough to do it. College, same way. College kids want to go to play for a good fucking team.
All right.
Right? So if I'm out of high school and I'm a star quarterback out of high school, I'm not going to go to... It's like, sure, they'll give me a full ride at BSC, let's say, but if they're going to give me like half a ride somewhere else, like, I'll go play in. I mean, they're kind of buying their way in a way. You know, they want to play for a good, successful team. And that makes sense. You know, but... I don't know. I was talking to this Uber driver on our way to the hotel on Saturday, and he said it's kind of funny. Like, you know how teams, like, if your team sucks ass, nobody's coming out to the games, right?
All right.
Nobody's coming out to the games.
Fuck that. If the Minnesota Wild suck ass, I'm still going.
No, I know. I mean, there's going to be, but I mean, they're not selling out every single night type of thing. You know, every single game they're not selling out. He's like, it's kind of like that with teams that are exceptionally good. Like, if you're going in and just especially at college, you know, where there's not a lot of implications, where if this college team is just going to come in and just beat the shit out of this team, 50-0, like nobody wants to fucking pay to see that. Like it might be fun for the first 20 minutes, but I mean, keep it competitive,
Yeah.
So he said, because I was asking him, it was homecoming weekend. I said, do you think I could, if I wanted to go tomorrow? I said, would there be tickets? He's like, oh, definitely.
Oh, really?
I said, even for homecoming? He's like, yeah. That's when he explained it to me that people just they don't want to see the teams kick the shit out of their buddies. But anyway, that's my tirade of football and stuff and pro sports. But
All right.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to cover, Cole?
I got this little kid that works for me. He started when he was 14 years old. Now he's 15 years old, right?
Okay.
I've talked about him before.
Do I know this kid?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've talked about him before. He's the kid who's like a little shit talker, but he's not good at it yet.
Yes.
So he's been doing this thing like over the past month where every now and again he'll like call me old, or he'll say like, you look old, right?
Oh.
So he's been trying to like plant that seed in my head that, oh shit, I look old, right? I don't give a fuck, So anyway, last week on like Thursday, he was like, it wasn't just like, normally he just says it once or twice a shift, just trying to get under my skin or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So last Thursday, he's like, okay, I'm going to really go for it hard. So he like, every time he saw me for like 45 minutes, he'd be like, God, you're old. God, you look old. Right? And finally, after about 45 minutes, I'm like, hey, Andrew, how old do you think I am? And like, he looked at me and he's like, 26. And I just stared at him, right? You know that stare I give you, like when I just don't even want to say anything, because you say something dumb and I don't even want to say it. I just stare at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, 24? And I stare at him. 22. And I couldn't hold it anymore. I just started laughing. I was like, I'm fucking 40, kid. I was like, you keep telling me that I look old, but you think that I look 14 years younger than I actually am.
That's a compliment, man.
Like,
Thanks,
fuck
buddy.
you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
That kid is funny. He cracks me up.
That is hilarious. All right, Cole. Before we wrap up, I do want to give you the thing I've got you at the Comic Con.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, hold on.
Hit a pause. Okay, so you were telling me that you got something at the what the fuck are we calling it? The Comic Con or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is for you, Cole.
This is for me. Okay.
Yep. It's a signed picture.
A signed picture of Muscle Crowe. That I didn't. He spelled my name wrong like you do. You dumbass.
Oh yeah, I did tell him. I was pretty drunk when I had him sign it, so I think he signed it wrong. I also got one for Adam.
It's a picture of an old guy who is naked, and he has a belt over his dick.
Yes,
like
he
a
does.
wrestling championship belt. So I'm glad I don't have to see his dick because the rest of him is pretty saggy, and I'm sure that that's just as wrinkled.
Probably, but yeah, he's the one that did the Peacemaker dance, he was pretty fucking cool, man.
Kind of looks like a younger John Travolta, but this guy actually has hair.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but
It was kind of funny because
I'm not keeping this.
oh, I got one for Adam too.
Good, Adam will. I hope his name is spelled wrong.
It was pretty funny. He was after we were all done, we went back. Have you been to the Holiday Inn in Fargo?
I don't believe so.
So they have a big pool area, they have an indoor pool. It's kind of like the Radisson.
Does it have like a slide?
Well, it's got the pirate ship. It's got a big fucking pirate ship, and they got it's sort of like the Radisson in Bismarck, where they've got
For one reason or another, I believe I have seen it.
okay. So they've got a bunch of hotel rooms on the inside and a big common area.
Okay.
That people can sit in after hours, after it's dark. And we had gone and sat down with a few of the burlesque performers,
Yeah.
and we were just chatting and having a good time, having a few drinks and whatnot. And I had asked, I said, "Is Muscle Crowe gay, by the way?" And they were like, "Nope."
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh, that's unfortunate."
I knew it, dude. I always knew it about you.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But I also got you this, Cole. Do what you want with this. This is actually pretty cool. You can have that. I got you that from the record store.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a flag that looks like a black, or it's a patch that looks like a black flag. A patch for black flag, but it says North Dakota on it.
Yeah, you can put on a hat or put on a shirt, whatever you want to do with it.
I don't know why the fuck they got Idaho sitting over here.
That's just how the state's broken up.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I will definitely. I don't. What is this? An iron-on or some shit?
I have no idea.
I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm
Deanne will put it on there for you.
if it's an iron-on, I think I'm okay.
It might be.
But I want it on a hat, and that's not gonna work out. I can't iron it onto a fucking hat.
You could stitch it on there. Deanne knows how.
I don't know how to do that.
That's why you get Deanne to help you.
Okay.
She's good at it. So anyway,
No,
no, you have to take that and put it on your fridge.
Take what? That fucking no. Fuck you. I already got a picture of a dumb asshole on my fridge, and it's you.
All right. Well, Cole, I got bad news for you.
What's that?
It's either going to go on this fridge or it's going to go on the fridge downstairs.
Yeah, keep it at your house. That's fine. I don't care if it's got my name on there. Everyone who comes to your Halloween party can look at it.
It was kind of funny. I drunkenly told the guy the story of how you got the name Coal. And he was kind of like, huh? I'm like, hey, that's the
people
lore.
might not know that story. You should tell them.
The story is, where did I start? When did that happen? I'm trying to think of when I first improv that whole thing.
You said that within the first 5 months of us starting to record this
so
podcast.
I was like, Cole spells his name Coal because his mom thought he was gonna come out black, and he didn't. But she wanted to.
You know what the thing was you burned me so hard, and I was for like half a second I was so pissed, but it was such a good burn. Like I just started laughing so fucking hard. Like it was a good fucking burn. Cole's name. He's named Cole because his mom expected that he was going to come out black.
So she spelled it
God.
That's how. That's just the lore. That's the mystique I've put out into the world. But
all right, so there was two things that I was going to talk to you about.
that's actually pretty funny because Cole, until you said that, I had no fucking. I totally had forgotten that I had him spell it that way. I'm sorry.
That's fine. All right, so Tayler got a 30-pack of chips, and 7 of them are Lay's.
Deanne got it. I did
Okay,
not buy
I don't
this.
give a shit, man.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't affect the
It's in
story.
me.
7 of them are Lay's
Original.
classic.
Yep.
7 are Lay's barbecue.
No, 3 of them are.
Oh shit! There's only 3 of them that are barbecue.
I told you this pack is bullshit.
There's 8 Doritos.
Yeah.
Nacho cheese, 2 Cool Ranch, 5 Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos,
Yep.
and then 5 original Fritos, which Taylor is pissed about. I don't think Fritos are very good either, but I wouldn't be pissed
Original
about it.
Fritos.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, if I was, I'm saying if there were the honey barbecue twisters, you could do 5 of those. You could do 5 of the chili cheese.
So anyway,
5 of the plain. No.
Anyway, so Taylor opens up this 30-pack, and he's like, I'm getting one of those Cool Ranch Doritos. I was like, can I have one of the barbecue Lays? He's like, oh, yeah, fine. Like, there's only 3 of them, but he's giving me one. But I really like barbecue flavor on the chips, right?
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought you would be a plain guy.
But anyway, so this weekend when I was out camping, I went to a gas station to get sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And I see they got barbecue flavored sunflower seeds. It's like, this is going to be awesome. It's going to taste like the potato chips, right? Ooh. Possibly one of the worst bags of sunflower seeds I've ever bought.
Now, are these okay, let's just say you weren't going to eat the seeds themselves. You were just going to suck on them. Mm-hmm. Was that barbecue still shit?
It was not good.
Damn.
Okay, it tasted like the chip stuff, but there was definitely not enough on the sunflower seeds. So like the sunflower seeds were like under flavored.
Yeah.
And then that shit was really sticky on your fingers. Like it had a really weird feel to it.
Like too much.
And then
sugar.
half of the bag of seeds were like had already gone stale before I even opened it. I don't remember the name of the brand. I don't remember the brand name.
Yeah.
But it's from Huron, South Dakota, and they need to fucking eat my nuts because they suck. Fucking Huron, South Dakota sunflower seeds are fucking bullshit. I like Giant. That
Yeah, I
shit's
like
from
Giant.
Wapiton, North Dakota.
Yeah.
I like Dakota Kid. I don't know if that's from North or South Dakota.
It's south. Yeah.
But those are good. Giant sunflower seeds, those are my best. But whatever brand I got, man,
What
that
color
was
was the
fucking
bag?
that was fucking ridiculously bad. Like how it was like an orange and black bag. It was ridiculous that half of the sunflower seeds were already stale before I opened the fucking bag.
Well, that just sounds like a packaging issue. I mean, I don't know if it would have been any better if, if they were fresh.
I like the original. That's what I'm gonna always stick with from now on, and I'm never gonna change back to getting flavored sunflower seeds.
Like, I don't think, honestly, I do like dill pickle ones though. I like.
Oh, fuck you.
I like pickles.
I like pickles. I don't want that flavoring on my shit. I don't want it on
fine with it.
my potato chips. I don't want it on my sunflower seeds.
Do you want it in your beer?
No, I don't want it in my beer. I like pickles. I don't need that weird pickle seasoning on shit.
Dang, man.
That's fucked up. Okay, I was telling you I have an activity for us to do.
Yeah, I'm curious as to
And
what
it's gonna be
is.
fun, and you're gonna like it too.
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna be excited after I tell you this.
Yeah, book me. All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so right around the area where the Colonial used to be, that bar.
Yeah.
They
Tore it down.
Yeah, they tore it down. They tore down the whole bar, the whole hotel, right in that area.
Yeah.
There is a new business called the Swing Away.
Something to do with golf?
It's not golf. It's baseball, like pitching machines, but not
cool.
like the slow ones, like the overhand, like slow shit that they have at like the amusement park. Like these balls come out pretty fast. I think each machine has like 6 different pitches too. So you
Are there
can
beers and stuff you can drink?
there's beers,
Oh.
there's dartboards, there's all kinds of shit to do,
Cool.
and you can rent those batting cages for like an hour.
Nice.
But Shay and Alex said, really, after half an hour, you're so fucking tired out, like you don't really want to go the full hour.
Yeah,
so
dude, that's how I felt when we went and did the axe throwing at Laughing Sun.
Yep. That's how I feel about the X throwing too. Like, you can rent a whole hour, but after half an hour, you're kind of done.
If you had a big group,
Well, we had Shay's bachelor party. We had like 10 or 12 guys there, and we still,
got petered out.
didn't really use the whole hour.
Wow.
But
It does sound cool.
whenever you have the next weekend off, I think we should go there with you, me, and Adam and Elijah. And I'm not gonna invite Nancy because she interrupted me 3 times when I was trying to tell her about this shit. So and I don't like that.
This Saturday?
I can't do Saturday.
God damn it, Cole! You said this weekend.
I said the next time you
okay.
have a weekend off.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and I don't. Saturday isn't a weekend for me.
All right, well there we go.
It's a Sunday. Sunday or bust.
Sunday, I think we've got. I think either Saturday or Sunday we're going to a play.
Okay.
We're gonna go to that Carrie musical. See what's up.
All right. Carrie the musical?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, dude. There's some good ones out there, but I don't know if that'll be a good one. But anyway,
Well, I hope you like it.
I'll do my best.
All right. Let's stop this entire recording and look up when we're going to Las Vegas.
All right. Are we going to Comic? Are we signing out, Cole?
Yeah, for Comic Can Coozie, I'm Cole.
I'm Taylor.